fuck. God damn
Check.
it.
Yeah, I should get a longer
Pussy. Check.
cord like that.
Yeah, dude, because I need to recline, dude.
So I guess we got two big things that neither of us can talk about.
Yeah, my dick and my balls.
Yeah.
Huge things.
There's something we can't talk about. What do you guys think about this?
Well, there's something I can talk about.
What?
I was disrespected this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely disrespected
Where?
this weekend. Outside of a club, outside of a nightclub.
You were at a club?
I went to a club.
Why?
Players and twinks.
I went to Twinks and Players. It was
Yeah, my idea for a business is basically it's for like the low tier players, but we invite little skimp ass white dudes also. Mm-hmm. So then they can mog on the twinks and feel better about themselves instead of losing all the pussy to Debo.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So is the idea that they would fuck the twinks or that they would be?
Oh no, it's not a gay club.
It's not gay.
Guys
It's just,
like Adam go there to strike out.
I see. And the black.
I make the other guys feel better, but in exchange, Adam drinks free.
I drink free.
Are there any women?
You drink free if you win the smallest dick competition.
That's good.
And you get half of your $70 cover back.
That's
also.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I got Death Stranding, and I like the menu so much, I don't think I'm going to play it.
It is. It's really pretty.
Yeah. I wonder if there's some music that goes along with this. Let's get some slambiance going.
I love Slombiance.
Slobnambiance.
Slambiance. Anyway, I was outside of a nightclub.
Literally, what were you doing there?
I went out to a club with friends.
Like for fun?
To be a single person
to a
going to a
dance
club,
club?
to a dance club.
I wish I had fun.
I took ketamine because I hear that's what they're doing these days.
Who's the crew? Like, what are these? Just
I went out with. I'm not going to name the names.
I
You're gonna make fun of me.
Shlomo and
I went with Ari and Ezra.
Ephraim and
and Menachem and yeah. Anyway,
you guys get a nice.
the two of them are leaving. I said there were these two girls we were dancing with. I said I'm going to stay and keep dancing with these ladies, right?
Okay.
So I said, but I'll walk you
so
out.
Wait a second. There's three of you and there's two women.
Yeah. Two girls we know, kind of whatever.
see,
Okay,
I
so
see.
but I said I want to keep dancing. I want to keep partying. But I'll walk.
feel like dancing.
I'll walk you guys out,
Gonna
and
suck my
I'll
dick
I'll
again.
smoke a cig outside, and
Pop back
I'll say
in and get my
goodbye.
dick double sucked.
I'll say goodbye, and then I'll go back into this hellhole club that I'm in that I'm pretending is fun.
Where is this? In what neighborhood?
It's in like East Williamsburg.
Okay.
So.
Nice. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So I have a
So you're
cigarette,
in an abandoned warehouse, basically.
kind of a warehouse situation. I have a unlit cigarette, no lighter. I see a gentleman, a mayo ass, cracker ass, soy boy ass gentleman.
You look
and
into
his
a mirror.
and his East Asian girlfriend on the side, and he is smoking a cigarette. Listen. Okay, listen. So I have my unlit cigarette. I approached him. I said, sorry to interrupt. Gong. Yeah.
Babe, let's get out of here.
I approached him. I said,
Yeah, this place sucks. She's just fine. This is normal. Yeah, this place sucks.
yeah, he's just talking that way. Yeah, no. So I approached him. I said, "Hey, sorry to interrupt. Could I get a light?" I showed them I had a cigarette.
Of
I was
course,
bumming
you're
a
not
cigarette.
looking for a cig. You just need
Just
flame.
the light. And he turns to me. He's like, "I'm sorry, I don't have a lighter, buddy." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, could I just light my cig off of your cigarette?" And he looks at me and goes, "That won't be happening."
Oh my god!
So I stood there and I was like, I was just froze. I was just shocked.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? I was like, what? I'm sorry, dude. I'm not even mad. But I just
You're
would
just
love
a
to
rude
know.
bitch.
I would love to know the rationale behind you saying no.
Yeah.
You cannot light a cigarette off of my cigarette. Mm-hmm. And he turns to me. He says, "This conversation is over."
Oh my god! You
So
gotta
then-
fuck that guy up, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So
You
then,
have to punch him.
me and so Ari and Ari.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying he's friends with you know who,
yeah.
a certain baristas. Barista Sisa.
Yes. Yeah. Well, no.
Wait, I don't know.
Okay. So
No.
anyway, so I'm like, all right, fuck this guy. You know, there's some other people smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
but we're laughing. We're like dying laughing because
Yeah,
it's such.
I'm not even mad. I'm laughing.
I'm like, this is so weird. Why did he do that? What
What
a
would have
fucking
been the
piece
cool
of
move,
shit.
like when go back to your car and then come back with
A gun.
no that taser thing that Garth has in Wayne's World.
You
So-
should have kicked the cigarette out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So we're laughing, and then like we're standing in a circle. I'm like, what could it have been?
Yeah.
Maybe he was getting in an argument with this girl, right? Maybe he was like, yo, he's just like, I can't do this right now. You know, maybe, maybe he thinks I'm someone else. Maybe it was a
Yeah.
classic case of mistaken identity.
Maybe he
of
thinks
course.
you're Adam Friedland from the Racist podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And then I said that, and then my friend was like, "You're delusional. No one fucking cares about that."
Yeah.
And then his girlfriend walks up to us. We were about like 20 feet
I don't know,
away.
people
We're all
give a
kind of
shit about
laughing.
it. Somebody nailed a
Here,
list of,
yes. In like within 3 blocks, yes.
Of what?
People do care of where we are, basically.
I guess maybe we weren't far from here.
Yeah.
And she walks up and she's like, "Do you guys really want to know what it was?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
the Asian girlfriend.
yeah." She was.
Okay, say it again.
She said, "Do you really want to know what it was?" And so I said, "Yes, please." We're all trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
I would love to know. And she said, "It was your conduct." And I was like, "What are we in the military right now?"
Yeah.
She said, "Your conduct on the dance floor." And I said,
Your conduct.
and I said,
Would you have your cock out?
I said, what do you mean? She said, "You guys walked in the club. You were pushing everyone around. You were ruining everyone's night." And I'm like, I think you're thinking of different people because I was standing in the back because I do not like to be touched by people on drugs.
Of course, yeah.
I like to have a little bit of a buffer zone of space around me. I don't like being in the middle of the
Yeah.
dance floor. It makes me uncomfortable, and I suffer from claustrophobia.
You 3
And
alphas.
she said, "I don't know." She's like, "I don't know you white men anything." While her white boyfriend was standing there.
Unbelievable.
And
dude.
so
I
I
wish I
said,
was there to do the song.
yeah.
I would have lit her up with the song.
I mean, to say I don't owe you white men anything.
she said, "I don't owe you white men
because
anything."
your fucking annoying boyfriend wouldn't light your cigarette because you were pushing people on a fucking dance floor.
So I said to her, "Do you think there is a possibility that you're thinking of someone else?" It was dark in there. You could have been
A
thinking
lot
of
of
someone
people
else.
dressed like me.
you
This-
clearly can't tell the difference between white
Between white
people.
men.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then she turned to us and she said, "The only way I keep answering your questions is if you
No.
pay me."
Oh my!
And then she
fucking
walks
God.
away. And then her boyfriend takes out another cigarette and lights it, and he says, "Have a good night, boys." And then they get in an Uber.
Jesus Christ! And hilariously, you were kind of owned by them.
No,
Yeah.
well,
No,
you
so
got, you got
got
completely
wrecked.
owned by 2 of the worst, fucking biggest.
how did
losers
we
in
get
the world.
owned? I mean, I was just trying to ask
You
them.
didn't get fire,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, and then after they owned you, you went back for a second helping.
They came back to us. We walked away.
Well, here's the thing, man. That is now I don't condone violence, but this is a
Yeah.
time where you do have to fight that guy.
That would be that would be the event where there's finally a video that gets me canceled.
Yeah.
like you got to
That's
slap
where it would
that
happen.
guy. I don't know, man. Or at least you don't let him talk to you that way.
Yeah.
Well, she was talking at the end. I mean, he was the only thing he said was like, "No, that won't be happening." And
I mean,
this
exactly.
conversation is over.
2 things,
And then you just
that
say
no person
you
could
ju-
ever
right. You
say,
just
should
say,
ever say to you.
Yeah, you should just say you don't have to be a cunt about it.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
And then you walk away.
I started
And then the
laughing.
ball's in his court. And if he wants to say anything, you say, "No, you were being a dick."
No, shut up, bitch.
No,
and
no,
then,
no,
and
way.
then, then
No,
they're on
no.
the
We
defensive.
when they walked back to us, we were like, "You guys are at like." Ezra was just like, "You guys are assholes." Like we were like fucking like we're like, "What's your fucking problem right now?"
Oh, so robbing Ezra of his
no,
asserting
Ezra was
himself.
being he was asserting.
Shout out
himself.
to Ezra.
Shout out
Did
to
you-
Ezra, a young king, and a cum boy.
Ezra's
actually.
12 years old.
Yeah. No, he is almost 12 years old. No, he's 24 years old. But
Adam's hanging out with
I'm hanging out with
children
my
at a
Gen
dance
Z.
at a fucking dance club.
I was hanging out with my Gen Z. Listen,
She's like,
guys,
listen, you want to know what it really
I'm
was?
trying
This
to
is the year of Adam.
I'm trying to reinvent myself.
She's like, you know what it really was? I don't like that you're out here molesting these children on this dance floor, sir.
I can't wait to reinvent myself. I'm ready for my next big fall.
Oh, yeah,
No,
what do you
no.
think it is?
Oh, I don't know. Something bad will happen, and then I'm coming back.
We should no,
Just
honestly.
detached,
We should.
Your problem right now is being too attached.
unhinged.
We should reinvent ourselves as ketamine guys. That's the new
No.
drug that I'm evangelizing.
You can be a ketamine guy.
How about you, Betamine? I'm on board.
Oh,
Nick. We should do it
Eubetamine?
sometime.
I've been feeling better lately. I finally
Honestly, it made me stop feeling depressed.
got all the shirts are gone, sold.
Nice.
Yeah,
Switching
you got a
those-
haircut. You look good.
I got my hair cut.
Your
switched-
beard's kind of trimmed up.
Yeah, I cleaned it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Got the print shop. They had like 40 shirts left. I mailed them off to the print shop, and they're just
Nice.
going to handle fulfillment from now on.
Beautiful. You know,
So if
just
you're-
don't have to do shit from now on.
If you're trying to get a shirt, they're the same quality. They just come directly from the print shop.
Oh,
rather than
Nick
me.
won't be touching them anymore.
I might do a thing where it's probably. I wanted to figure out where I could hold inventory, so in case people because sometimes people are like, "Can you sign it or whatever?" And I'll do that if they wanted to. But now I don't have a way to do that. So but I couldn't figure out a way to hold inventory.
Nah, that's too many steps, brother.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is nice to have. If I could set it up so that I only had to fulfill like 20 orders a day,
Mhm.
then I would do it. But like this fucking 450 orders
Yeah,
coming
that's
overnight,
insane.
it's too much.
Speaking of ordering things, the Stavi Baby 2020 calendar is coming out. Hopefully, by the time you have listened to this,
Just in time for 2020.
Pre-orders will be up. Hopefully by Thanksgiving.
Although I may
by
be
Black
I may
Friday.
be out of business. Shopify payments put all my money on hold. They're like, we have to do a standard review.
Wait,
It's
really?
Like, oh, yeah.
Do you have any slurs in your shirts?
I don't think so. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, you're always like waiting for like one company or another to be like, we're not going to do business with you. San Francisco can't be associated with the Richard Gere Museum.
That's why you need to move your shipping operations to fucking Dubai, dude.
Yeah, we got to hit up Peter Thiel and do some
That's
libertarian style offshore shit.
That's true. Yeah, have an island for sex with children and printing Richard Gere Museum shirts. 2 for 1, dude.
Just buy Little St. James Island.
Buy Little St. James and
And they're
start.
like, what
Come
kind of
Town
T-shirts
Press.
is he making on there, on that island?
Just call it New
It'd be
Little
funny
St.
if in
James.
15 years.
You Little St. James. We need to buy property and name it You Little St. James, dude.
It's a totally different thing.
It's still called Little St. James, but it's auto-tuned, like T-Pain was saying. Little St. James.
We need to buy like one of the. Do the Assateague Islands? Can we buy one of them?
Ass and Tits Islands.
Ass and Tits Islands.
Hell yeah, that's what I would call it if I was going there with me.
Well, no,
me and some of my friends from the contracting company I work for.
Oh yeah.
I'm a construction manager. I have been for 15 years, and we're going on our cruise to the Ass and
Over
Tits,
to Ass and Tits Island.
Ass and Tits
We're
Island.
gonna get head on one of those wild ponies.
Yeah. I saw Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, let's get a
Nice.
review.
I took my dad.
Nice.
So dumb.
Perfect dad movie though, right?
Oh yeah, he loved it.
Yeah, I mean it looks stupid.
Christian
what's the
Bale's
point?
performance, how was it?
It's a story of like
Ferrari beats Ford at something. or something?
Ford
beats Ferrari at something Italian.
Ford
Some guy from America eats more linguine than the guy in Ferrari.
Something Italian.
Ford rapes the
Yeah, Ford does.
Henry Ford goes over to Europe to rape the
He out rapes the Italians.
the
Like,
Italians.
Mamma mia!
Right.
We don't see nobody rap the fassa anymore.
Mhm.
Something like that.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
it's very like one of the dumbest movies
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
I mean, they got a good cast.
It is well, it's definitely fun. My
Yeah.
dad loved it. I had a good time, but it's like, yeah, there's so many the final scene in the movie. Like so, it's about this Carroll Shelby who's like a race car driver and like designed race cars, and this English dude that fucking was that raced the cars for Carroll Shelby. They get hired by Ford to make a
Isn't
car.
there a Shelby Mustang or something?
There is.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Nice.
So they get hired by Ford to beat Ferrari at Le Mans or whatever. But there's there's one scene where the English
Is
Christian
that the
Bale.
one that's like a 100-hour race?
It's 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah,
Oh, you had me at Mon.
yeah. It's like Le
Mans
Mans
pubis?
classes.
Yeah.
Le Mans.
Le
pubis.
Mans.
What is that? Where they teach you how to give birth?
Yeah, they
What
do
is scam?
They let you stretch your pussy open.
Yeah.
They teach you how to
They
stretch.
teach you how to kiss your wife on the neck.
how to
and
bust it
she's-
wide open while the DJ running back.
If my wife has a kid, I'm not going to be there.
Tell that bitch, dude.
No,
I'm going to be at
way.
home gaming. My last chance to.
I'm gonna
You think that's
just
the most,
FaceTime
the
your
most
way in.
precious moment of my life I'm going to waste at the hospital?
Yeah, in many ways, the moment your child is born is the worst moment of your life.
Yeah.
because it ends your gaming life.
Wow, I always thought it
Because
was
people
the
are like,
opposite.
wow, it really changed my life, man. And it's like, I mean, you have to tell yourself that,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah, no one's gonna be honest. Be like, honestly, it's kind of whatever. I didn't really feel that different, but now I have a lot more responsibilities. Like,
Yeah, the movie The Wrestler should have been called The Guy Who Was Chill About It.
yeah.
The guy who was pretty chill about having a kid.
God, I love when he's just like he finally gets his crack and reconnecting. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my dick sucked and do cocaine."
That movie's awesome.
It
It
fucking
rules.
rules, dude. My man, salute.
I saw.
I know that's the absolute wrong message to take away, but that's how I'm gonna be, dude.
Yeah.
If I get to fuck with the equivalent of Marissa Tomei,
Marissa,
My God.
Tits Ass Island. May.
that's right.
One of the.
That's what I'd
hottest
call
ever.
her if I was working at my contracting
Yep.
job. You know,
I
15 years.
I saw a sneak preview of The Wrestler when I lived in DC because you guys are gonna laugh at this. I used to belong to a Facebook group called I Love Free Movies.
Nice.
And we used to get like
Wait,
passes to
your
all sneak
synagogue had a
previews.
your synagogue
My
had a
synagogue
Facebook group. They also I love free meals
And
I
so-
love free.
That's
shoes.
that's kind of like intraracial crime,
What's that?
stealing movies.
Stealing movies, but
Yeah.
you know, it's you keep it within the community.
What do you mean intraracial?
Like you should be able to pay
Well,
for
he's-
the
yeah, he's
movies
robbing
that
the
are being
community.
made by the Jews.
Oh.
Anyway, I went and saw
Oh,
it,
right. Intra is within the same.
and I got there kind of late, and I sat in the front row, and then Darren Aronofsky did a Q&A afterwards, and then he walked up to me and he said, "Do I know you?" And then I was like stammering because I was like 19 years old and like nervous, and then he just goes, "Oh, you're just a fucking Jew," and then he walked away.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. He's
Damn.
like, "Do I know you? Were you ever at those parties that? What the fuck was that guy's name?
He's like,
Brian?
"You're just Jewish, right?"
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, Brian. What was the gay guy? Brian
Bryan Singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
Do I know you
see
from those pool parties?
One of my good boy Bry's pool parties.
That picture of like Kevin Spacey fingering some teen's ass
Yep.
is so funny.
Just
I
like
have not
grabbing
seen
it and
it.
like
Right.
biting his ass.
Like a morbidly obese person at the drive-through at Checkers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Digging, just rifling
Absolutely.
through the bag.
You could see it in his eyes. Dude.
He
Just
just starts
salivating.
eating before he
Yeah.
even pulls away.
Hello.
God
Hi,
damn.
cat.
Would you have sex with Kevin Spacey, Adam?
For a career,
You would get to. They would reboot House of Cards, and you got to be his role.
I would be Frank Underwood.
You would be Frank Underwood.
I would turn to the camera and say, "The plot is set.
Every
What they don't know."
every movie now has been recast with the victims of the perpetrators who originally had the roles. That'd be hilarious.
That would
That'd be
good.
great.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. What? So you have Ghost Dad with the bitch from
Oh yeah.
Just Shoot Me. Or,
Damn. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Plenty of
one of
women.
them.
I, honestly, all the Cosby projects.
President E. Jean Carroll.
Right.
Oh, right.
A lot of people think of regime change and they think it's sexy. They think of Sharia and they think of the sexual fantasy. A lot of people think of Bashar al-Assad and they think about how sexy it is. The sexual fantasy. Okay, we'll be back after a
We'll
break.
be back after a brief break.
we are going to cut to a 45-minute commercial while we load E. Jean Carroll back into her cage and drop her off at the mental institution.
I had an Uber driver coming back from the airport, and he was like, "Where are you from, man?" He was like this African guy, and I was like, "Oh, Baltimore originally." He's like, "Man, last time I was in Baltimore, I ended up having a kid." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, the first time I ever fucked this woman, I got her pregnant." And he was like, "And then guess what? 2 weeks before that, I did the same thing on Long Island. So this motherfucker, within a 2 week stretch, he had 2 children by 2 women he's only fucked once, and they live. One lives in Long Island, one lives now. The Baltimore one moved to Jersey, and he lives in the Bronx. And he did not. They don't know about each other. So this man,
Those guys have the best lives.
yeah, dude, he was so carefree about it. I was like at first I was like, I'm not hearing him.
There's this
correctly.
Dominican, I mean, you know him, we're friends with him or whatever, but people were talking about like relationships or whatever. He's like, no, I don't cheat. He's like, I can't do that. I can't cheat on somebody. It's like, why would you like commit to be with somebody if you're going to cheat? And then within the same breath, he admits that he has multiple girlfriends. And what he
But he's
doesn't
not-
do
Oh,
is
okay.
cheat outside of his 6 relationships. He's like, because where I come from in my community,
That's
you know,
the culture.
he's like, you're gay if you're not. Because you're gay. He's like, it's gay. They call you gay and a faggot if you're not.
You remember in DC, my neighbor upstairs, Jerome,
No.
that guy that lived upstairs.
Uh-uh.
He was like this like older guy. He was in Vietnam. He like was living off his pension, and like I'd known him for years. And like what like I kept finding out new things about him, just like wild things.
Well,
that-
like hugging and kissing. and
no,
stuff?
no. So like one
Like
day,
going- like
one
going-
day he's
going to
like,
bed?
You
he's
guys
like,
were on a
I,
paddle
while
boat
falling
together.
asleep.
Yeah.
he's like, what? He's like, I ever tell you I was a clown? And I was like, I was like, you were a clown, Jerome? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, get out of Vietnam. Got a bitch pregnant. Circus was in town.
This man joined the circus to be a fucking deadbeat dad.
He like joined the circus to be a clown so he wouldn't have to take care of a kid.
Jesus Christ. If
Holy
you came up with
shit.
the most racist joke about the Universal Circus,
Insane.
it's like, well, these black dudes are trying to dodge child support, so they put on a bunch of clown makeup.
Perfect disguise.
Yeah, someone found that in the market, dude. It's cheap clown labor. They're just trying to run from their life.
Jerome was
Pay
the
them
best.
half what you pay normal clowns.
That guy was the best. He used to just literally hang out with like just a crew of 17 to 19-year-olds smoking weed all day long.
Wait, how old was he?
He was probably like 68.
Okay, well, this
Yeah.
guy's not cool, dude. What you're describing is a man who's having sex with children.
I don't think he was having sex with them. I think he just
The
really likes
coolest
smoking weed.
You think he was just chilling with 17-year-olds?
I'm pretty sure he was just chilling with them.
That's a funny thing
I'm
about
pretty sure he had a
Epstein.
child's heart.
Epstein probably until like 4 years ago thought he was just a baller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Me Too stuff happened. He's like, "Oh, I'm a pedophile."
I thought I was cool.
I thought I was balling because that's why like fucking people talk about Harvey Weinstein with that Ben Affleck quote about like, yeah, Harvey loves the ladies.
Well, that's what Trump said in that interview about Epstein.
Yeah.
They're like, he loves the girls.
and maybe sometimes
And maybe
a little on the younger side.
pretty young girls too. Yeah.
Like if Donald Trump is saying he likes him on the younger side, Trump would probably fuck 16-year-olds still.
Well, I'll tell you what, the only way to be cool now is to have lots of money and have a cool wallet
Yeah, I agree with that, man.
to put the money in.
Or it's not having sex with children. To be clear,
It's not having sex with children. In fact, I would say that that's over the ridge. The ridge of cool.
it's over the ridge of being cool. You know that saying that everyone knows. Some being over the ridge.
You don't ever want to go over the ridge. The ridge of being cool.
You know what's I guess under the ridge is having a Ridge wallet.
Having a Ridge wallet, which is a Ridge company. They make ridges. Where the fuck?
Ridged for her pleasure.
Ridged for her pleasure. That's
Or
good.
and his pleasure.
And his pleasure.
And his pleasure, yeah.
You can fuck a man's ass with
Your
a Ridge
zipper's
wallet.
done.
I know. Adam was just readjusting my zipper.
Mine keeps
Teeth.
falling down all the time. Some woman stopped me in the grocery store and she was like, "Sir, your pants are down." I was like, "I'm trying.
Bitch, shut up.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy
It's
a.
hard.
I don't know if I want ham or beef. Beef.
Buff.
Biff.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Ridge wallet that's fucking awesome is that, you don't have bullshit.
There's
like
a lot of
cards and
guys, a
shit.
lot of fellas out there. They get too much bullshit in their fucking wallet. You know, Macy's Day Parade tickets.
That's right.
fucking, a couple of receipts from the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Men's
Those African guys that give you the mints and stuff, they're
Yeah,
trying to give you receipts now.
toothpaste samples.
That's good. I used to keep a lot of that in my wallet.
Yeah, but the Ridge wallet, what I like about it, no way to put a condom in there. You know?
So the thing is, you have to raw dog if you have a Ridge
to
wallet.
raw dog, dude.
And
A
she
bitch is
can't
like,
be mad at you.
A bitch is
you're
like,
look
do you
at
have
my wallet?
Do you have a condom? And you're like, I think that's over the ridge of being cool.
Yeah, you're not under the ridge, bitch.
Yeah,
You're over the ridge.
You're
of
over
being
the
cool.
ridge. Time to talk to the blade. talk to the blade if you're over the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Yeah.
the Ridge makes everyday goods to a standard you don't see every day,
That's so fucking true.
and they help you streamline your life by turning the things you carry, like backpacks, chargers, and wallets, into tools for better living.
Mm-hmm. Well, they make backpacks and shit.
Oh, I guess so. I had no idea.
That's pretty cool.
Our
actually.
flagship product, the Ridge Wallet,
Of course.
was launched on Kickstarter in 2013 and now sits in the front pockets of over 500,000 men and women and gender fluid folks.
Yes.
And then
So, to all three of our gender fluid listeners
no, I bet we got a
who
few
got into fights with the rest of the community,
Yep.
and so they're rebelling by listening
being
to
cool.
by listening to.
If you want to be the equivalent of a black Republican, but for gender fluid people, and you're listening to this show,
yeah, if you want to be that, what's that guy's name? David Smith,
I don't know.
the fucking that sheriff, David Clark.
David Clark. Yeah.
If you want to be that guy, but the gay
Portray-
version of that guy,
Sheriff David Clark,
Sheriff
Yes.
David Clark.
the
What
one who
happened
let
to him?
people die in his prisons.
No,
Yeah.
wasn't that the other guy? Wasn't that Arpaio?
Arpaio.
No, it was David Clark.
Every
too.
prison has people dying.
That's true.
I'm looking at their website.
I was
I
that
wanna
shit
see
with
these
Arpaio. They
backpacks.
were like, "This guy runs the worst jails in America," and it's like, what makes him the worst? He's like, "There's even more rape.
Yeah.
There's even more. The conditions
he's
are."
he's throwing Viagra in the water.
Damn, the Ridge backpacks look pretty sick.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Pretty minimal.
Ooh, fuck.
Can I see them?
They would zip all the
Show-
way down.
Can
That
I
looks
see the
fucking
back?
I want one of them.
My dick is
I
hard
need a
for
new
that.
backpack.
What else they
Talk to
got?
them.
Here you go.
Oh, that is cool.
They got
Yeah.
wallets and what else?
They got wallets,
Backpacks?
knives.
Oh,
I want
hell
no, we'd
body
be no-
armor.
we'd be
they have
needing some
body armor,
knives.
so I can do a
They have
heat.
mobile power, so you could charge on the go.
I fuck with that. Big
I
time.
always need that. Phone cases,
With two metal plates bound together by a durable elastic band. The Ridge
duffel bags.
looks
Ooh.
nothing like a traditional wallet. Titanium, carbon fiber, and aluminum options ensure that there is an option for everybody.
that your dick stays on hard.
Your dick stays on capital HRD.
HARD. It's like NERD, but it's like Pharrell
Yeah.
with a hard dick and the
Yeah.
other guy.
'Cause I'm hard. Everybody suck my dick until my dick isn't hard.
This isn't a Neptune song, but what about I wanna make love in this ass, in
Usher.
this ass,
Busher.
In this ass.
Busher.
in this. I
I
How
want a
about
bus
Busher?
come in your ass.
The Ridge is a minimal front pocket wallet that's designed to streamline what you carry every day. It has 30,000 five-star reviews and is better to carry your cash and cards. I actually do use it all the time.
Nick
now.
literally uses it.
I started using it because I wanted to get a new wallet. I mean, I told this story last time.
Yeah.
I don't look.
Fuck you. Just
It-
buy the
it-
fucking wallet.
Just
you
buy the
stupid
wallet.
cocksuckers.
You'll never.
What's the
You'll never
thing?
have as many cool credit products as I do.
Yeah.
So it's a fool's dream.
You'll never be Nick's. How many credit cards?
How many
he has.
credit? How much debt I've incurred, blowing all the money from the show.
Opening lines of credit.
Just
and
waiting.
Just buying. Just like fucking.
Yeah, buying games that I don't even play. Blades.
He has 100 copies of Luigi's Mansion.
I bought every copy of Luigi's Mansion, expecting it to go up in value.
I'm shorting Luigi's Mansion.
There's a lifetime warranty if you love it, and free returns if you don't. It comes in titanium, carbon fiber, aluminum, and over a dozen different styles and colors.
Wow.
Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/cumtown. That's ridge.com/cumtown and use Cumtown for the 10% off your order. is the
You
promo.
heard that, folks.
You heard me right.
And if the rich people are listening, maybe send over one of them backpacks so we can
Shut
see.
the fuck up.
Okay, I know.
Adam.
I'm sorry.
I could ask them.
Send it
To be
tomorrow.
honest with you, they sent way too many fucking wallets.
Yeah, I know.
Give us a duffel. Give me a duffel bag.
They were like, we'll
have
send
a-
you some
I have a good duffel
samples.
these days, but I need a good backpack
Yeah,
They
again.
sent me fucking 8 wallets.
and phone cases.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The phone cases are kind of nice.
Yeah.
they are nice.
I wanna have sex with
You know
a
me
man.
though. I'm brand.
With
Well,
a
I will destroy my phone using an Apple phone case.
Oh, really? That is true. You do buy every Apple accessory.
Not every Apple accessory, but like if I have the because I ran
You
into
got
it-
like an Apple printer and shit like that. Don't
no,
you?
I don't. Yeah, I have a brother a printer.
You're a Sony man too.
Well, the Sony shit. Why I did that specifically with the entertainment center stuff, it's like the customer service for all these companies is dog shit, and it's all these components that connect to each other. So you call up Sony support if your receiver's broken. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's actually the DVD player," and you could be like, "Oh well, you make that too." So I guess here's the serial
Yeah.
number for that. And they're like. And then they have to do their job because you can't. It's fucking impossible to warranty anything if it's like any other.
Yeah, dude. That's why I just never.
This is the one thing that wasn't Sony in the setup was that fucking cable box from Optimum that did not work when they installed it. And the guy left without it working. And I called them up and they're like, yes, it sounds like your receiver's broken. The box is perfectly fine. The woman had the audacity to say it's perfectly fine to me.
But it's broken.
Yeah, your stuff that worked fine is broken.
Yeah.
And it's the cable box that we just installed that never worked at all ever.
So we're gonna need you to be available between the hours of 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.
No chance. You have to bring the fucking box back to them. I had to drive to like
Really?
Bensonhurst to drop off like the fucking the cable box.
Jesus.
And then when I
Christ.
get there, because like they told me they canceled it. I'm like, so I just dropped this box off and everything. They're like, yep. And I get there, they're like, okay, well they didn't cancel it, so.
Oh,
I'm gonna
So you
call
still
them up.
got to pay for this.
No, I
cable
looked
that
at
you
my
don't
bill
have.
and it was like $350. It's like never mind the fact that like I've had internet with them for years, no problem, never complained, never missed a payment or whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll get like cable news, to like
Yeah.
just so I don't have to look at my phone,
Right.
Because then you get sucked into like group chats or whatever the fuck you're doing online. You can't like.
I'm not in a single damn group chat, bro.
I'm envious, man.
I'm not.
It
yeah,
really fucking like it's. I like.
I don't trust the internet that much.
Not, I think it's like lame to say you have a social media addiction when it's just like that's a thing that's just like pretty basic self control.
Yeah.
It's not like heroin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't feel as good.
Yeah, it's like if I stop using Twitter, I'll choke to death in my own vomit in my sleep. Yeah, I'll go
I'm in
into.
group text threads.
Nope. Just like
Just
my
us?
good friends.
Yeah, I'm just us, and then the Jews, and then another one.
You have 100 Jews.
Well, you got different kind of Jews. You got money Jews, book Jews, twink Jews,
Ethiopian Jews.
Ethiopian Jews.
They're like, can we hang out? And you're like, no,
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 come
no,
on,
no.
bro.
Get out of here.
no, come on.
Come on, bro. The
Beat
chicks
it.
can. The
you
chicks
you
can.
know what we meant by Jewish.
Yeah.
We told no
Israel, you know what we meant by Jewish. That's the new, motto.
Ethiopian Jewish women are some of the hottest chicks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're super hot.
I already fucked all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I wish.
I did.
I wish I fucked them.
No, I did. What are you talking about?
Okay,
You.
all right. Well, congrats. dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, dude, I have a weird fucking injury, my right quad.
What happened?
I don't know, dude. I was just fucking.
I've been out of the gym for like 2 months.
I was getting it in at the hotel gym, the Hilton Hyatt, or the Hilton downtown. In
Fuck, I
Atlanta.
want to go back
What
on the
was
road
his
just to go to hotel gyms.
What was his name that you were getting in with
at the hotel gym.
at the gym? Who's the guy?
No,
that
I
you
was
were having
getting.
sex
I
with?
was getting in a workout.
Oh, you
What's
were,
up? My name's Carl Snakes. Hang out here at the Hilton. Meet
Trying to have sex.
guys.
I actually I
just
spent-
trying to meet some cool fellas down here
I
in
spent
the,
thousands of dollars
in the
every
Radisson
night.
gym.
I rent the hotel every night.
just for the gym.
Basically, I'm spending $10,000 a month on hotel rooms. But I'm in this gym and I've had sex with 3 guys over the last 5 years. So it's pretty good. Those are pretty good
So
numbers.
it's paying for itself.
That's how I'm gonna fuck, dude.
Yeah, I've been out of the gym for like 2 months, and like already my back hurts all the time. My fucking knees hurt, and it's like I can either go to the gym and be in one kind of pain, or not go and be in a different kind.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no.
Ain't that life, buddy?
You know,
That's
like,
life.
that shit sucks.
Like they said in the Joker movie, which is
that
due,
is true.
is due for a rewatch.
That's life.
You know, no one knew that this guy's actually his name's Frank Sinatra. It's a brand new artist.
before the Joker,
Before
no
the
one
Joker.
had ever heard of
No one
him.
had ever heard of Joaquin Phoenix.
Shut up, guys. I'm just saying that one song was popularized in The Sopranos.
No. I
Oh
agree.
yeah,
We
no,
agree.
yeah, we know exactly what
Yeah.
you mean.
That's life. You get your penis
Anyways,
sucked.
yeah, I'm feeling better for
That's
some.
good.
I thought, you know what? Because everyone was like, go to therapy, and I was like, no,
You still should go. To
You
therapy.
still should go. Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
But the answer is you got to bootstrap yourself.
No, it is not. You just go to.
You
therapy.
gotta look.
This
a
will
little
last
man named
5
Jordan
more
Peterson
days.
taught
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You gotta clean your room.
You gotta clean your room, watch The Little Mermaid.
I agree,
Right.
Nick. I used to think the answer was booze and sniz, and now I know the answer is ketamine
But you've
and
never
water.
I've never once seen you're like, oh, my apartment's a mess, and there's like a copy of National Geographic on a chair.
Well, I need something to jack
You're
off
like,
to.
oh, I need my.
But you aren't messy. That is true.
Yeah, you're not messy, and you even when you don't have a bitch living with you still have a bitch's
kind-
apartment.
No,
kinda
my
like a
apartment's
woman.
cleaner when a woman doesn't live there.
I know, but I
Yeah.
mean, you also
Yeah,
like know
that's-
how to.
You're
put,
even cleaner than a woman, is what we're
right.
saying.
Like I'm an idiot, and I like the
I like
most
keeping my
decorating
shit
I've
clean.
done ever is get a picture of Mark Wahlberg that's now just smashed. It's the glass broke and
I
it's
thought it
sitting
was a good
broken.
decoration.
Yeah,
I have another thing on my.
I got this eucalyptus.
I got a nice decoration.
nice.
I have a nice decoration that Nick found on the street after my mom got sick to cheer me up.
Oh, yeah.
which is that poster of like a mansion with like 3
Oh, yeah.
Lamborghinis,
And a helicopter.
a
That's
speedboat, a helicopter, and it
And
says
Martin
like,
Luther King.
what does it say on it? It
I
says
don't know,
like,
it's like all the money in the world, or
everybody's got to have goals or
yeah,
something. Yeah,
something like that.
I love that.
That is good. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not. You never have a fucking mess, dude. Have you been gaming more? Is that the answer, Nick?
No, actually, I
I've
stopped gaming. Yeah.
Well, maybe that could be the answer too.
No, man, I gotta book. I'm gonna book stuff on the road. If
There we go.
whatever lucky city gets to see the first weekend of me bombing my way through an hour with jokes I don't remember,
Well,
who should I subject
go
to that?
Philly.
to
Seattle,
Baltimore. Go to
Portland.
Baltimore, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, I guess
Do
I
Joe
could do.
Squared.
I could do that.
It's a night. You get a door deal.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Umar, listen, I'm trying to bomb at your show.
I'm going to see Umar this weekend for Thanksgiving. I'm doing shows. Actually, come buy tickets to my shows in Baltimore this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking animals. If you don't want to be with your family, come see me.
And if you're in Las Vegas, please come to the Friedland family for a Thanksgiving meal.
You're opening
Thursday.
the family door, the doors of the family home.
We might not be doing turkey this year. We might be sous videing steaks. My
That
dad's
sounds
talking
awesome.
about that. So you know what? We're
Has
not
he ever
Americans.
sous vide steaks before?
I got.
What's the difference
I got him
between
a sous vide.
and fucking shake? And
I got
bake?
him a
nothing.
What?
Shake and bake.
They're the same goddamn thing.
I got my dad a sous vide for his birthday last year.
My
Nice.
dad used to make shake and bake for dinner like once
yeah.
a week, and he thought that was like
Culinary.
fucking making pork chops.
Yeah.
He's doing molecular gastronomy.
Dude, I remember being like so mad when I had shake and bake. I was like, "What the
It
fuck
sucks,
is
dude.
this?"
It's disgusting. On the
Shit
bottom, it's
sucks.
just like a wet.
Yeah, I mean the juicy, crispy, fucking fatty parts though.
Have you ever used?
But
a
it
sous vide?
doesn't.
That's pretty good. I haven't. I bought one and I've never
Shake
used
and
it.
bake would be fine.
It's
Look, it
actually-
should be shake and fry. If you shake that, if you bread that and then throw it in the deep fryer for a second, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if it would all fall off or whatever, but when you bake the shit, it gets slimy on the bottom
Yeah, you
that-
gotta broil it
with
I
like
forgot about shake and bake.
Velveeta mac and cheese.
Yeah,
And then drinking water out of like plastic cups. We're having dinner.
I cooked for you.
Dinner's done, everyone.
Your
Yeah, his other
divorced
classic.
dad cooking out of an easy bake oven.
His other
for
classic
family.
was just like boiled chicken with like
Oh.
Casey Masterpiece barbecue
Boiled.
sauce. Yeah, right.
Brutal.
Awful.
Jesus Christ.
Horrendous.
Really bad stuff.
God. Divorce should be illegal.
No, it
No,
should
he
be-
was
it
married
should be
at the time.
Oh,
compulsory.
he was married.
Yeah, no, that was everyone because nobody else knew how to cook.
Oh, okay.
That's hilarious. Damn, dude, you had no nutritional value growing up, dude.
Oh no, none. Yeah, a lot of Hebrew National hot dogs.
Oh, dude, me too.
Yeah, Hebrew
called them
National
the
hot
big-
dogs and Nesquik.
They're good hot dogs.
big
I
hot
gotta
They're the
dogs.
say.
best, dude. They're the fucking best. I remember thinking
They
I
are the best.
discovered them.
Me too.
As if there's not 4 hot
Dude,
dog options.
Me too. Because
Yeah.
all my friends would eat shitty like SKs or the little ones. I'd
garbage.
be like, yeah, actually, I eat Hebrew National.
yeah. It's
Well,
the New Yorker.
We it's the New York.
As a fat child, yeah. That's
No,
New
we were a
Yorker.
Costco family, so that's what they sold at Costco. Was Hebrew Nationals.
We had it all. Price Club.
Mm-hmm.
Costco at the time was Price Club,
yeah, it was Price Club.
and Sam's Club was what was it? What was the Sam's Club?
I don't
Sam's Club
remember
is owned
Sam's
by
Club.
Walmart.
Yeah,
It's Sam Walton.
I don't remember Sam's Club being a thing.
I remember when it dropped.
Sam's
No,
Club was
Price
big.
Club became Costco,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
they merged. My grandfather, when he retired to San Diego,
after a
Saul-
career
after
helping the South African government.
no, he was
keep
he was a
apartheid
lawyer.
alive.
He was a lawyer, but after and
Yeah.
he died. His entire his all of the money that he made his entire life. His 2 other sons. Thought that they were day traders and was completely wiped out in the 2009 financial collapse.
Whatever, that's respectable.
Yeah.
You know, risk
A lot of
versus
people
reward.
make-
A lot of people do day trading. And it's
Like
respectable.
literally, like
Yeah.
I
It
don't,
teaches you a lot about life and
Humility.
I don't know if my dad even got any inheritance, but whatever. Here's the point. The point is,
He did. He just spent it on fucking rollerblades.
yeah, it was. He put it. He invested in a skate center.
An over 40 men.
One day,
skating.
one day, my dad put on his rollerblades
Where
and
it's
went to go get
couples- it's
cigarettes.
couples-
Never came back. I'm just going to get cigarettes.
Anyway, there's this old Jew in San Diego named Saul Price.
Love it.
Who went around to a lot of the other old retired Jews, and he says, "I have an idea for a business." And he says, "It's like you get like 5 gallons of olive oil." And you get and all the floors are concrete. And my grandpa was like, "Why would you need that much stuff?" And didn't do it.
Shut up.
And if he made the initial investment, I think it was like $10,000. He would have made like it would have been millions.
Wait.
and
Are you
millions of dollars.
serious?
Yeah, yeah.
That's really what the guy's name is. His name was Price.
Yeah. It was Sam Price, Saul Price.
Price
yeah.
Club was a guy's name, not.
And then Kirkland was a company in Washington State, and then Price Club and Costco.
Wait, hold on. Why do you know so much about this?
Because
I was thinking about your dad rollerblading.
Yeah.
because it's like it's a story about
Very nice moves, Jerome. Him and his gay friends.
It's
with
a
all
story about
rollerblading. Very nice. Your twirl is coming along.
Just like they have all got their dicks in each other's asses, and then one of them's riding a big wheel in the front and they're holding each other.
it's
Goodbye, Adam.
no, it's a
You're the man of the house
You're the
now.
man. Were you laughing about like a trans person telling their son,
Oh,
"Well,
yeah.
you're the man of the house now."
That's so funny.
is
No. The reason I know so much
It is-
about it
it
is
is fun.
because it's a story about how my
lost
family missed out on
being billionaires.
yeah, being like having tens of millions.
Your
of dollars,
family
right?
invented Price Club.
No,
The guy-
the guy that wanted seed money to start it, like approached my grandpa and his old South African Jewish friends in San Diego, and they all laughed at him, and then he became incredibly successful.
Yeah.
It's funny because like the Costco business model is like incredibly sustainable.
It's so sustainable, and they treat their employees.
Isn't it just
amazing.
make your money
Yeah.
off the membership and nothing
Yeah.
else? Yeah.
And they just pass off the fucking, wholesale savings to
Yeah.
the.
And the return policy, folks, you can't beat it.
I had a roommate that would fucking like every 6 months take his Brita water filter, go to Walmart, buy a new one, save the package, put the old one in the package, and then go back to Walmart and return it. And it's like,
It's just not worth the effort.
yeah, I know. And he's like, they got a no questions asked return policy. It's like they probably know what you're doing.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. You saved $12, bro.
Right.
How much does a Brita cost? $30?
I don't
yeah,
even know.
no, they're cheap. I don't know.
I
Just
drink
the
tap.
hours that took you to do.
Well, you drink tap water in New York. I mean, other places the water just tastes
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Metallic and
Some cities, I think,
I
like
think
drink
it's-
Baltimore water.
well, that's
Baltimore's
why
got
you
good
have all
water.
these
Yeah.
congenital birth defects.
right. That's why you're bald and your penis doesn't work.
The water's
4'2".
fine.
I'm much taller than
The
that.
water is fine.
The water is fine, yo. Yo, I be drinking this shit every day when I'm not drinking Mountain Dews.
Yeah.
which is
It's
rare.
funny.
My
making
mom
fun
drank
of-
it when she was
making
pregnant
fun of
with
all
me.
those people for drinking nothing but Sierra Mist, and they're actually making a better decision.
Yeah, totally.
It's like the water in Flint's probably been bad since like the 70s, and no one realized.
Yeah.
Because they're all drinking Faygo.
I saw. Did you see that Kyle Kuzma tweet from a couple years ago? This
Which one?
NBA player that plays
Shouts
for my
out to
favorite
Kyle
team.
Kuzma.
Yeah, he said, Flint still doesn't have clean water, but we give Israel $4 billion.
Woo, dude,
And then
Kuz rules.
they found it.
He's a big Bernie guy.
He's a Bernie bro. He's my favorite. He's got the best drip in the game. He
he
dresses
looks
so
great.
good.
He's cute.
He's so cute.
And he also retweeted a tweet very briefly that had pictures of him and Jeannie Buss, the hot owner of the Lakers.
Who I think he piped down.
And they were like, and she's like all over him, and it's like, and the tweet is like, LOL. I think we know the real reason Kyle Kuzma was untouchable in those trade talks, and he retweeted that, and then,
sick.
and then someone was like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?" And he immediately unretweeted
I think
it.
he had to delete that Israel tweet really quickly. I think the Jews in the Lakers front office were like, Kyle, you can't be putting this on the timeline.
Kyle, you're wrong about this.
I think
Let us educate
actually, I think
you.
it was maybe from like 2015 or something when he was in college.
when he was a Ute.
when he was a Ute. But shout out to Kyle Kuzma.
Shout out to Kyle Kuzma, dude. Respect to him. I saw.
Did you see that John F. O'Donnell wants to be on the guest list tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
nice.
course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeff Pod.
any comic can
Come
come
through.
to the show for free.
Well, might want to
Yeah,
pump
let's
the brakes
not.
on that.
Don't say that on the fucking podcast.
I've done one open mic and I have a gun.
All right,
You
Adam-
know us personally. is what
Adam-
you
if
meant.
you
Shit.
know us, any friend of ours that's a
and
comic.
friend is, we have had to talk. You have had to talk to us, and us have heard you and
Yeah.
responded. Not just you've listened to us talk.
Yeah, you can't like
That's
be
not
like
what counts as
you
a
can't be
friend.
running your mouth around town saying like, "Oh yeah, Stavros and I are real tight." One time he bumped me, and it was because we were best friends.
Just at home with the cleaning the gun. Ha ha ha. Listening to the podcast.
Adam is
I can't
gay.
wait to see my friends as a comedian. You know the funny thing about mental illness is that it's gay.
I'm gay.
That I'm gay. You know the funny thing about being gay is everyone expects you to act like you don't.
That actually is pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe you should open with that tonight, Nick.
Yeah.
And you return
The
to
funny
the stage.
thing about being gay is everybody expects you to act like you don't. What do you get when you cross a gay guy with, I don't know, something else?
I don't know, but the answer is
Listen, I
you
got a
get your
gun.
dick sucked.
You get your dick.
sucked at gunpoint.
Hey.
A guy holding a gun to someone's head and sucking his dick.
Yeah, the dick suck Joker.
I just love the visual of a guy.
Not
on
all
his
not all
knees.
people are bad, Joker. Some people are good.
Making Robert De Niro suck his
No,
dick.
no. The Joker sucks Robert De Niro's
Oh,
dick,
that's
and he's
great.
holding the gun.
Oh,
to
that's
his
a better
head.
visual. That's
Yeah.
a better visual.
A
Yeah.
guy holding a gun up.
Which you could
Joker,
easily,
I don't know about this.
You could easily disarm a man whose mouth is has a penis in it because he's not looking up at you. You
No,
know?
he's looking up the
He's
whole time.
looking up, and I guess so. I think it would be easier to disarm him,
but
You
that's
remember
what
being a
makes
little
him so
kid and
chaotic.
that's what makes it so crazy.
So
You remember
That's
being
why
a
it's
little
so
kid
twisted.
and thinking about how easy it would be to disarm someone?
Absolutely.
All the time
dude.
I'd be like, well, what I would do if someone was
Pop,
yeah,
I would do
just-
like 5
yeah,
karate
just-
moves real quick.
In my mind, I'm like, well, I've seen someone else do it, and therefore I can do it.
and
Yeah.
even the way
It
I've
would
seen
always
it, is
it would
real.
always involve a roundhouse kick.
Not understanding that that doesn't apply to even the most basic shit like riding a skateboard.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Any time that's been tested, it's like been a failure.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, yeah, I would do a flip over the car. Like, can you do a flip regular without the car? Of course, no.
No, but the car is.
But
it
the car
helps
is
you.
essential.
Well, it's the adrenaline.
The thing is, the problem is I have sleeves on my shirt right now. If I had
That's
that,
true.
if I had that vest that said "tough guy" with a snake wrapped around the globe on the back, a denim vest that says "Tough guys of the world unite," and a cobra smoking a cigarette.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Then, in that case, I would be.
Cabretti. God, I love the movie Cobra. Shit is so awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the funniest movies
It's
of all
so
time.
It's
funny.
the most alt-right movie. Just
Yeah.
a cop that just gets to kill whoever he wants.
That and Death Wish.
The best scene in the movie
Yeah,
is when he
Death
just
Wish.
like smashes into that guy's car while parallel parking outside of his
Yeah.
own house.
Yeah.
The guy's like, "Come on, man, what the fuck?" And
Yeah.
he just rips the dude's shirt.
Hell yeah. And I love that his name is Cabretti.
That's
He's an Italian
that's
Cobra.
why the movie is called Cobra.
The Italian Cobra.
Yeah, that's why the
He's
movie
like,
is called
yeah,
Cobra.
there's a grocery store robbery, and all of like just the regular cops are there, but a detective shows up for some reason to kill everyone in the grocery store.
And he just wears his own shit. He's just like
Yeah.
leather.
yeah. You're welcome. You fuck welcome.
Yeah, that was evil Stallone, dude.
Yeah, we got to watch more of that Steven Seagal TV show.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to get back in the weed, back on the road, back in the weed,
Now we're talking.
back into watching.
Dude, I just bought a
Now we're
bong.
talking.
Yeah?
What'd you
I just
buy?
bought a bong at 32 years old.
What'd you buy?
It's a higher standard.
I love it.
Honestly,
Ethical?
I was in the
ethical bong.
I was in the, you know that
Let's do the
that,
show
like,
tonight. I'll do your show tomorrow.
Mhm.
Get the week of bombing out of the way.
Get it out of the
Smoke
Book
some
a
bong.
weekend after Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll do boys' night here.
I love it.
Bong.
Get bong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
this sounds awesome.
Steven Seagal TV show.
Yep,
Hell yeah.
Dude, I'm down.
And
dude.
we will not be recording or streaming it.
absolutely
I'm sick of-
not. We
dude,
will
here's the
just
thing.
be having fun.
Here's the thing,
and
Sal.
we'll actually be enjoying ourselves.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
have to think about you pieces of shit.
Instead of
listening
doing
to
this
it.
A
gay ass
return to
job that we
friendship.
have to do.
Real friendship.
Here's
the
the
kind
thing.
that doesn't make any money.
I'm sick of pens and oils. I want to return to flowers and glass,
Interesting,
dude.
interesting.
I want to return to my roots.
I'm loving oil, man. I got to be honest. with you.
I gotta go back to flower, dude. I'm a hippie at
Here's
heart.
how about this? You reboot Hanukkah, but it's weed oil that lasts for 13
Ooh,
days.
I like
or
that.
whatever.
I like that. And
12
get
days.
high with your parents.
It's
Yeah.
called a Heineken.
Hanukkah, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
You're just listening to
Happy
Sick?
Hanukkah to all my Heinekas out there.
No.
No.
But it's the Q.
Yeah, I
one.
get it.
yeah.
No, I see what you were doing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
The Q one that's okay to say.
It was not okay to say.
The play is under review.
The play's under review.
The play is under review. No,
New York
not
says
good.
it's okay.
we're overruled on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Overruled.
Yeah.
Damn. Hanukkah is really it, though, dude. That's a good. We got to make that.
Number 1488.
No.
Dropping. The NIQQAAA.
Number.
Personal.
Not
foul,
that
Nick.
number. A different number.
Number 1488.
No.
No, no.
Not that number. For those of you listening that love that number, Nick didn't mean it.
I didn't. You're right. I
He
didn't.
meant it in a joke.
In a joking way.
These are jokes, guys, and if you can't handle jokes, you can turn this off.
Oh, tell
Right?
him. Yeah.
If you could go into
You
your
can
safe
turn this
space.
off and you can turn this on, and I'm pointing to my cock.
Mm.
I was in line behind like a birthday party
Mm-hmm.
at the movie theater or whatever, and some like 10-year-old girl was like, I was born on September 9th, 2009. So when I turned 9, it was like, oh my God, or whatever. And I was like, why are you allowed to like speak in public? I mean, this is like more annoying than a baby that's just screaming
Oh,
and
yeah.
crying.
A little kid when they first want to learn facts and tell
They
you
say
about
things and they have mannerisms.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, blah. And I guess it's like, when I was a kid, because you forget that like you were a kid and you had whatever fucking mannerisms or
You were being a gay ass little kid as
you were
well.
being a gay ass little kid, but in the parlance of
At the time.
of
Oh
the
yeah,
times.
I was such a gay ass little
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's like to see
I
a
love
9-year-old
disco.
saying dead ass or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You love disco, Adam?
Everybody
I was
loved
really,
disco.
I was into disco.
Disco's great.
I was not in.
It's they tried to reboot it in the 90s, so don't beat
It was
yourself
during
up
the
about
disco.
that.
Yeah, it was during the
They
90s
tried-
disco.
that 70s
thing.
show, and then there was
Yeah.
definitely an effort to reboot like the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And Austin Powers was
Austin
kind of
Powers,
kind
like
of, yeah.
hippiedom led into
Hippie
disco
stuff,
shit.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to do little shows, little reviews for my family where
Then
I
the-
would do
the
a
end of that-
choreography.
That ended.
I was a pretty gay little kid.
That came to a hard end when they rebooted Mod Squad in 1999.
I do not
and
remember
it
that at all.
and it failed.
Yeah,
didn't
it had Giovanni Ribisi in it, and I don't remember who else.
And the original Mod Squad was the actress got married to Quincy Jones, and it was Rashida Jones's
Oh,
mom, and she
damn.
is by far one of the hottest women of all time.
How about Rashida my pants?
Yeah, I think you've said that every time we've said Rashida Jones.
Oops, I Rashida my pants.
Wait,
do you have a bathroom, Rashida my pants?
Rashida my pants. Dude, what was the guy you were doing that was like the guy got caught watching child pornography?
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
touched my what
That
was it?
Iranian guy
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
like Iranian guy being interrogated by detectives because he got caught with child pornography. He's like, yes, I look at picture, but very brief. I look at picture very brief. I touch my penis like that. Just 1 second. 1 second.
maybe 1-2 times.
Maybe just like that. Nothing. To very brief. I touch my penis. They're like, okay.
Very brief. Very brief. I touch my
Very
penis.
brief. I touch my
I
penis.
look 1-2 seconds. Maybe.
I look picture 1-2 seconds maybe.
Come on, cop, let me off. Let me off. I barely looked at the child pornography.
Yeah, I got another double parking ticket, and like the ticket was already on the
Insane.
car, and I saw
Everyone
the
does
guy,
that.
and I was like, "Can you?" Never mind. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's just so not worth it to even
Yeah.
because they love to be like, "There's nothing I can do."
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, then write everyone else a ticket also.
No, I'm not like that. I did fantasize about like following him up the block and then walking out in front of his car and then suing the city for $1 million. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, well,
Whoops.
yeah, we'll show you if you want to be Mr. Rules." I'll show you the rules. What happens when you break my legs and I'm permanently in a wheelchair?
Yeah, imagine getting police
that'll show
brutality
you.
by a meter maid.
when I willingly get run over by your car, so I can collect for the people,
That's right. And I
the
probably
people who did legitimately double park because I didn't want to drive around the block looking for a parking space.
I actually had a pretty small
penis.
penis.
Yes.
I got it first.
Indian parking cop
Yep.
that hooked me up. Me up.
Really?
Yeah, because there's an app you can get for metered parking.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend and I were going to lunch, and he's like, "Oh, I got this app. I'll just pay for the parking on my app." And he actually paid for his car and not my car. So I got a ticket, and we saw the guy writing the ticket, and he's like, "All right." He's like, you see that guy walking to the car behind you?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm gonna ask him for his ticket that he had on his dashboard for parking, and then you just send the ticket in with that ticket and say that the guy didn't see my parking, that you didn't see that I paid for parking, and you'll get off the ticket.
Wow.
And so
It's
I got
not
off.
that much of a hookup. I mean, you had to
It's
do
a very
bunch of
nice thing
shit.
that he did.
And then
That
guy
wasn't
got
a hookup.
fired.
That was just fraud.
It wasn't fraud. He told me how to fraud. That's a hookup.
And then that guy got fired. Now he can't feed his family.
No, he
Damn,
didn't
do
get
you
fired.
feel bad about
The
that,
ve-
Adam?
the
I didn't say
vegetable-only
his
diet that they
badge
had.
number. I didn't say his badge number, but it was 6'3".
Were you like, I want your
5'5".
fucking badge number.
I want your fucking gun and your badge.
Give me your gun. We could probably take them. There's some meter maids I've seen a story that I bet I could fuck up, dude.
Oh, you can fuck all of them up. That's where they put the scrawniest, weakest ones.
Yeah, I was looking to see what you could do to beat a parallel parking ticket, and I saw some post online where some guy's like, yeah, I was I just went my wife was taking our kids out of the fucking car and bringing them upstairs, and the cop pulled up and wrote a ticket, and I was like, come on, my wife's just taking our kids upstairs or whatever. This is NYPD. And he's like, and the cop, she said she wanted to teach me a lesson. But then I look at it and she forgot to fill out the time. So can I dispute this? And people are like, yeah, absolutely. They'll throw that out right away.
Yeah.
So I guess that cop learned a lesson.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
I love it when cops learn a lesson.
I honestly do.
Which
Which
is still
they
in the
don't.
force.
They almost never do. And then sometimes when they do, it always goes the opposite way. Like if one cop gets got, now all of a sudden we gotta fucking, all wear a stripe or whatever the fuck.
Did you see that picture someone posted online of a decal in a car, which was Mickey Mouse Disney ears
Yes,
with the Blue Lives Matter
Blue Lives
stripe?
Matter, yeah.
Incredible. Honestly, I hate Blue Lives Matter shit, but I would buy that and put that on my car.
You got to, bro.
It's such a good mashup.
Because you want the cops to know you want to trick the cops.
I want them to know that I have Disney Plus and I respect their
and I
authority.
respect the cops. I think it's good that Disney is removing Baby Yoda gifts I love
What
authority.
the fuck is Baby Yoda from? I thought they were done
It's
with
from
the
the
Star Wars movies.
Mandingo.
The Mandingolorian.
What is that?
It's a
It's
show
a-
on Disney Plus. It's like a Star Wars TV show.
I got an email
And
that's
Yoda's a
like, you've been
baby.
charged for Apple TV Plus. It's like there's no chance that I signed up for
I
that.
think it comes with Apple TV.
I think if you don't, you have to opt out of it. If you click on it, it
Those
automatically
fucking pieces of
Are you
shit.
serious?
Yeah, I did it. I looked on it and I checked to see. It doesn't come with Apple TV. It's like $5 a month.
Dude, the fucking Steve Carell show, it looks so fucking horrible.
What is it?
All of the
Welcome
shows
to
look bad.
Marwan?
Everything
Plus looks horrible.
on Apple TV looks like fucking hot shit.
I know. It's so funny. He's playing Matt Lauer, I guess. It's called Morning Show. And there's just like a clip where he's just like, I didn't rape anyone.
Where he has a button under his desk to lock his door.
It's just the newsroom, but about rape.
Basically, yeah.
The Matt Lauer allegation was, I mean, obviously terribly raped someone, but the James Bond aspect of locking a door with a button under your desk, kind of cool.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
actually, I think it's
Wasn't
not
that
cool to rape
incorrect?
someone.
Wasn't that not like?
Oh, that didn't happen?
Yeah, I think that was just from like whatever insane executive had that office prior to him, like back in like the 30s or
Oh,
whatever.
really?
I don't know, because I looked into it because I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, the button.
Yeah, right.
You really hung on to the button.
But, I mean, if it
detail.
worked, did he use it?
You know.
Yeah, and I think it like prevented people from coming in, not going out.
Yeah, I mean, still.
Well, that
yeah.
would still, that would
it still helps rape.
it would still help a rape.
And did he rape someone in, like, Russia or something?
Matt Lauer?
Yeah,
well,
in
that doesn't.
Sochi.
I'm sure he raped people. I just don't
Yeah.
want the door and the button criticized.
Nick doesn't like the tech being criticized.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's put it this way. I would love a button under my desk that does anything.
It would be cool.
It would be cool.
It would be cool.
I worked at this place called like the Lower Colorado River Authority, and I temped there, and I replaced the fucking receptionist in some big department. They have like 5 million employees. So I
Damn.
placed a receptionist in this one building, and they're like, there's people come in, you greet them, whatever. There's a button under the desk. Don't press it. It calls security. And the amount of times I pressed that button. Probably, I was there a week and a half. I probably pressed it 5 times.
Well, you quit or got fired?
No,
Or were you
the
temping?
temp thing ran out.
Oh,
Do you understand how impressive it is that Trump hasn't lifted the red phone? It's been in his office the entire time.
What is that one called? The clowns?
No, it calls the
Barnum and
nuclear
Bailey.
the nuclear missiles.
But it doesn't automatically launch them, right?
I think he
I
just
spent the whole morning on the phone with the missiles. They're doing great.
I just think it shows restraint. Good for the team.
Does he have
man.
a big button that he can launch nukes, or he has to like tell people?
I think he needs to know the codes or something. He
How
needs
do
to be
how do you launch nukes? Just on a computer?
you pick up the phone.
Yeah, I think
Press
it
a
works.
button on a computer.
You send a nuke to 6862. I don't know. According to all the submarine movies, there's like 2 guys. There's the captain,
Right.
and then some other guy, the master of the boat.
Yeah.
or whatever.
There's the master.
This
and the
is weird. The
commander.
Navy has weird ranks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Army's like lieutenant, private, or whatever, and the Navy's like
specialist. I
yeah,
believe, or something.
chief master of pleasure, top of the bottoms,
Is that what you want to be, Adam?
petty.
I would want to be a bottom from the top.
Yeah.
So you're a bottom, but you're fucking someone in the ass. What does bottom from the top mean?
Well, it's when you're the bottom, but you have the you have the power.
Wouldn't that make more sense to call it top from the bottom?
No, topping for the bottom. That's what I meant. Yeah, you're right.
Bottoming from the top is how you have sex with women. Even
Yes,
though
that
technically
is
you're
how
having sex with them, you are being fucked somehow.
That is true. It's mostly non-consensual. I think
have
we
you
have
ever
to get
have
to
you
the
ever
show.
been have you ever been raped, Adam?
In the under the letter of the law?
Have you for real? I mean, one time I remember a girl I was dating. Like I didn't want to fuck.
There
and I
were
was like,
times
trying to
where
go
I
to
was
sleep.
incredibly intoxicated. Yeah,
Damn.
but I'm not like traumatized by it.
Yeah, I know. I was like kind of annoyed for like a day, but I was like, damn, that's whatever.
Yeah. And they were like,
I was like, it's kind of
and I
annoying. 'cause
woke
you didn't
up,
listen.
and I woke up the next morning, and their eyes were wide open, staring at me, and they were stroking my hair, and they were saying, "Thank you so much for last night." And I said, "What do you mean last night?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
And then
"I
you
don't
checked your ass.
remember." And then I checked my ass
It was full to the brim with cum.
with lady cum.
With a girl, yeah,
With girl cum.
A girl squirted into your ass.
She squirted all up in my ass, and
That sounds
honestly.
hot. Well, listen, everyone, come see me on the road. I'm in Houston. Listen, this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend at Joe Squared, Friday and Saturday, and then Houston, December 13th. Also, please come to Fat Tuesdays every freaking Monday or every Tuesday. What the fuck? Every Tuesday, December. We got great lineups. They've been very fun shows. Come to Funny Moms on the 9th and the 16th, right, Adam?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do 2 Funny Moms this month, and then we're off for Christmas, New Year's, and then we'll be back in 2020,
2020, baby.
the year of the election of Bernie Sanders.
That's right, dude. And then I will be hopefully these fucking calendars will come out and go to what is it? Come.town.
Come downtown for T-shirts. Yes, the 9th and the 16th for Funny Moms next month. Hope you can make it. We'll try to make some big boy lineups to send the year off with a bang.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some surprises. Maybe the return of Mr. Louis C.K. to the stage.
I think so.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye.